Hello and welcome back after our rather heroic victory against fellow Greeks in Delos. I mean, they weren't fellow Greeks. I mean, these were Greeks that had been captured by Persians, so they were, they were enemies. They were bad Greeks, and then they became good Greeks again. And they're bitter, but I've sent them some marble, so we're all right. I'm giving you an introduction of what's happened, more or less to remind myself rather than you, the viewer. I imagine you might have watched the previous video just seconds before, so if it seems a little repetitive, it's for my benefit, not for yours, don't worry. So I'm hoping we haven't actually lost that much in the way of armed forces. So if see... There we go. I wonder if they still dislike me. Nah, loyal. Now, did I already set them to... Yes, I did. My god, it's like I've been away for ages. It's only been 24 hours since I last played this mission, and I've forgotten everything. So buying fish, buying grapes, exporting marble, not exporting olive oil. My god, no. I am hoarding that like there's no tomorrow. In fact, where is my olive oil? I've only got 2. That could be a problem. Olympia, I need you to give me some more olive oil. Thanks, bro. You don't like me for it, but you are dedicated. I'm sure you were dedicated before. Yeah, he was dedicated, he's now loyal. And everybody else is fine. That's fine. Everything is fine. So I think I was finishing off building these walls. I was thinking earlier on today, I've actually left out one of the most important parts of the city, outside of the remit of the city walls. You know, where the posh housing, the military base, the only temple. You know, but the stuff, the supplies and stuff is inside. So I'm going to try to extend the walls. I don't... It doesn't reach. It's going to be a problem. Just gotta hope the Persians don't invade this way, and neither do the Spartans, who appear to have not read the script. They're supposed to be on my side against the Persians, not on the Persian side against me. Although I can't help but feel that I may be partially responsible. You know, calling them catty and, you know, call them all sorts of mean names, not giving them olive oil when they want it. Apparently they're respectful now. So I guess he won't invade again. But I've got to look at this. So Sardis has 3... I think that's 5. Must be 5. Really hard to tell. That's 5 shields, which means it's strong, but it's not too strong. 6 means it's unconquerable. So Hattusas, I think has 6 shields, and that means it's just the game designers just didn't want you to take it, so I'm not going to. In fact, they really didn't want us to. Really hard, really poor, no goods. They're kind of like suggesting that perhaps we find somewhere else. These shields do actually mean something, but I can't remember quite what they mean now. I think each shield means that the city has got 2 hoplite companies in defence. Or is it 2 hoplite companies or a horseman company? I can't remember. There's methodology behind it somewhere. Point being is, I don't think I'm going to be able to take them on the first try. Well, not until Lorien builds up the strength, anyway. Or anybody else that can help me? No, because Corinth is a rival. Although I could attack them. No attacking people. Although it would solve a few problems. I could attack Corinth, make them a vassal, wait for their military to recover, then use Corinth to attack Sardis. Or I could just make that house a little bit nicer. So a victory monument there, lovely. Although I also want to put some parks down because it just doesn't look, all this arid scrublands just doesn't look very nice, does it? It's very brown. So what I'm hoping is, I was thinking that perhaps I put the break in the episode a little bit too late this way. Like it's an hour and 15 minutes for one episode of this, one video of this. This one I'm hoping is going to be like 20 minutes. Unless I do what I'm planning to do, which is rejig this housing block. So I really want to do it, but it's not going to be good. I might wait until I get some more olive oil in. Speaking of which, where is my olive oil? I am not buying it apparently. Was this just me being cheap again? I think it was, wasn't it? Apparently got more than enough olive oil. I just refuse to pay for the stuff. I'm gonna do it. And then in the end, I really don't want to though. It's going to be such a such a pain. I basically want to make this wider and narrower and shorter, more like this, and then I'll be able to get rid of these duplicates of everything. And I'd quite like to move the palace as well. Could possibly move the palace over there, have an agora there, put a few more houses in, that sort of thing. Makes it more efficient, because there is no point in the palace being there, that's just taking up housing space. But Theseus insisted on it. Yeah, so what I'll do is I will remove this important building, rebuild it here. And then kind of do this piecemeal. So I'm hoping take that out, it won't be too disruptive. And then we put okay, phew, I read the wrong figure there. I thought it said that 775 workers were needed. Immediately thought, what from those hovels? So move that across like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's good, but it's not the one. What I actually wanted to do was to do this side. Although I could move the housing up there. No, because if I do that, I will have moved my palace into another inconvenient location. It also makes things it's a little more central, because from what I was reading last night, I actually went back and read the manual for Zeus, which is a very pretty manual. I don't know if you've ever read it. It's got illustrations, and the information is delivered to you in the form of a story, where Democritus attempts to build a city, and all these people come in and tell him what to do. And for each tab on the ledger is a different god, or hero, or titan, or whatever. For instance, Ares will tell you about what to do with the military, and Aphrodite tells you what to do with aesthetics. And yes, I do pronounce the E in aesthetics. I think it sounds better than aesthetics. It also avoids confusion with, oh, population's going up despite the fact I'm deleting housing. Lovely, good, smashing. Everybody's paid up and nobody's shortchanged me. Oh wow, I don't know where all these people came from. So we will take out all of this. That's the problem, you can't rebuild commemorative monuments. So we might just build around it. Cool, apparently I didn't know those workers anyway. So you know I said I was going to do it slow and steady? Alright, build around the monument. Maybe Theseus will still want to live. That he will deem that close enough to the palace. So we've got 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm afraid I'm going to have to kick those people out as well. Like, there are no survivors. What I might do is do it like this. Actually, no, I'll just bite the bullet. If I... Oh, thank you. Makes more sense now that you're my vassal, not my rival. If I stand down the triremes... Oh, high unemployment is a problem. Well, I've got just the cure for that. See, I don't know what this town planner's moaning about. It's easy. You should kick everybody out of the house and tell them to start again. That's gonna be costly, actually. I want to move these. Where are you going? You got plenty of fleece. What are you... Well, this was unexpected. Well, apparently only 46 workers are still needed, so what the hell was everyone else doing? Huh. Well, it seems to have made a mistake here. We'll put a road there, and hopefully the fleece merchants as deigns to consider walking that far.
If only they had been invited to a party reveille, or a feast of Pan or Aphrodite.
Although the olive oil merchant won't walk that far. Really? Oh, come on. Get a grip. So it helps if the common agoras are this side, because this apparently is where I'm now putting... Oh, go on then. Why did Lorien just beg for 2 things at once? Oh. Lorien... No, it's Olympia begs for wine. Lorien begs for food. Okay, it's a little painful at the moment, but it'll be better in the long run. Was that fleece merchant? Yes, it was. Right, that was bad. That was really, really bad. And you're still too far away. What about... Well, they're still fine. Everybody else is the problem. If I move the Agora to over here, will you deign to consider going there then? Please. Oil. Right. You know, looking back, I don't think that was quite worth it. So we take this out, move that to there. We're just missing a gym and something else. Probably the watchtower after all this. What a fountain. I don't know what I'm missing. I feel like I'm missing something. I've got a tax collector. That's not going to forget that in a hurry. Very nice. Apparently, columns. Thank you. Don't do anything. Apparently. Well, that was useless. They don't block bad desirability like the residential walls in Emperor. So I've just thrown some money away there. That's fine. Used to it. But a happiness monument, because I'm reasonably happy with how this is going. And the hope is that that should hold about as many people, but with less space. So it will give me some room to play around with down here. And whoa, where are you going? No problem. Needs 391. We've got some fleece. I just need some more olive oil. So, Olympia, you're dedicated. Give me some olive oil. Still dedicated. Oh, there's actually 2 agoras there, so we can get rid of that one. And that leaves more room for housing. Right, so I've freed up a bit of room there, but I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it. Well, I'll put the infirmary over here. Back where Theseus's hall used to be. He's not going to like what I've done with the place. I've actually got a bit more space down here, possibly for some more granaries. I don't know what that achieved, really. I mean, I feel like I just wasted your time, but I feel better. I feel better about it. We'll have a conquest monument here, largely because it's by the city gates. And you're still not happy. Oh no, there we go. Only marginally though. Will you take a gazebo? It's a bit distant actually. What about gazebo there? Oh come on, I don't... That's better. I started to take it personally. I was doing all these things for these houses and they just weren't playing. So what I'll also do, since I'm short by 296 employees. I'll build another college. Alright, that's fine. See, I could build Theseus's Hall, if I need it again, over here. I was also thinking, because I've been doing a lot of thinking today, I do it most days actually. This particular adventure is not very mythological. Thank you. I won't ask again. Though I could. In fact, I might. No, no. I've upset too many people in this run. It's not very mythological. We've had to summon Theseus to help us. I can't remember why now. But it's like there's... oh yeah, we did have Minotaur. I guess that's kind of mythological. But not any like gods appear. They're not that much in the way of heroes. So compare it to Thebes. There was the Hydra turned up and the Maeonids and Talos, the giant tin man. It's bronze actually. And we haven't had that at all. We've only had the one instance. I think. Friendly gods in this dimension: Demeter, Apollo, and Athena. Hermes is a little too busy to help me right now. See, this is something I found in the manual last night. You can click on this and you can see who doesn't like you. Poseidon, Artemis, Ares, and Hades. Unfortunately, I've yet to have one where Poseidon likes me. So while I wait for my city to recover from my mad schemes. Whoa! 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 I was perfectly able to accept. I will accept any and all food. $3,000. I've got plenty of food. Am I importing it still? I'm importing carrots. And fish. I'll stop doing that. Certainly the fish, that's expensive. 36 drachma. Sheesh. Carrots are even more expensive. You've got that right out. That brings us 2264. But that doesn't take into account the food that I get as tribute. But in order to do that, we have to get a calculator out and say that each person in the household consumes a quarter of a unit a month. And the unit... never mind. It's like one block of cheese there is that 21 blocks of cheese there is 2,100 units, I think. So that would feed that. Never mind. But that's the kind of depth you can go into the game. Like you can really finely tune it to get your city humming, like a songbird. Songbirds don't hum; they tweet. Access to more culture venues. What are you missing? Employees, mainly. So you've got philosophers, you've got athletes, you've got actors. Oh, Lorian's having a hissy fit again. Decided not to sell me bronze. I ought to stockpile, really. What are you missing? Oh no, you're just stuck at mansion. That's the top we can do in this scenario. So, just going to wait for my population to recover. As I say, after my madcap scheme to try and increase efficiency. I mean, I wouldn't mind building another housing block over there. So later on, So what I might do is I'll actually move the palace again. Because, you know, madcap sneak schemes and all that. Yeah. Move that there. And then give it its own dedicated maintenance office. I remember I had to look that up last video.
Some of the spinning build me a pyre to roast my friend.
Good stuff. Now that does clear a bit of an area there for, I don't know, Theseus' Hall or something like that. That's not right. So yeah, rather than finishing the scenario off nice and quickly, I thought we'd take a detour down urban planning way, or like urban planning the by Jingo way. I was like, I'm just going to make a slight change. Whoops, there goes a housing block. But they didn't mean to destroy it all at once, and in doing so cause this housing block to collapse as well. I did mean to do it a bit more orderly than that. Why do you have a population monument to remind you of how overcrowded you are? And have a hedge maze. And have some parks. There we go. It's nice, isn't it? So I've still got room for 1,000 more people. And I only need 35 more workers. But that's fine, because I need to man my ships. Now I don't know what the calculations are regarding ships and invasions, what they count for, if anything at all. I mean, considering I'm like doing a let's play of this and like trying to demonstrate my gaming prowess to the world, I know surprisingly little about this game. That's a lot of wood. Huh. I mean, you could have given us some warning, game. Also, who the hell's Mount Pelion? You're not Persian. I'm not paying 3,250 drachmas, that's right out. I'll accept that. Oh, again turning up right in that top corner. Not happy, game. I don't even know who Mount... I'm spending more time fighting off other Greeks than I am fighting off Persians here. What is this? Ooh. It's a centaur. Oh, that's cool. I was just moaning about the lack of... I wasn't moaning, I was just commenting on the lack of mythology. And in come the centaurs, as if to prove a point, I guess. I mean, they've picked a good time. I'll try to do it in such a way that doesn't cripple my economy. It's always something you have to consider when you're bringing in rabble. That's an interesting diamond, I think. I don't mind. I quite like that. A centaur. What are these centaurs? Half man, half horse, all stupid. And they've attacked in the same direction. I mean, they're apathetic. They're not even particularly miffed with me. In fact, I didn't know they even existed in this. I mean, they've come out of nowhere, right? Like, I haven't mentioned anything about somebody that produces sculpture, bronze, or armour. It might be worth conquering, actually, after all this. You know what? I might do that. If you've sealed your fate, Mount Pelion. Look, don't attack the gatehouse. I need that for stuff. Look, well, there's more. Can you lob stuff over the walls? We'll do something. Ah! Ah! Don't do that, that's my food stores. Oh, now they're throwing rocks. Yeah, well, I thought this was going to be a nice sleepy episode where you just get stuff done, and why are my hoplites taking so long? Oy. You just leave it to the rabble to sort the job out. It's only peasants. I'm going to have to throw some more men at them, I think. Oh, here we go. This might be a all hands on deck kind of thing. They certainly don't seem to be going down in number, do they? I don't know, I can't tell. Don't take out the other granary. Well, what was that? Yeah, it was a granary. I've only got one left now. Where are you going? I thought you were fleeing then. Fortunately, you're not fleeing. Who's this chap here? You can head off there. You're not doing anything apart from looking pretty, actually. You're looking pretty good. But being in perfect formation, aesthetic as it is, isn't going to win me any battles. Unless the battle's a beauty contest, I guess. Like a martial beauty con. Oh, I'm done. Like I'll finish before thought first. A military beauty pageant. Kind of like a military tattoo, I guess. Now, where are we? Invasion force defeated. It's time to celebrate by Jingo the Centaur forces from Mount Pelion. Chiron of the Centaurs. That gets the clues in the name of the leader, wasn't it? That famous famous Centaur Chiron. Familiar to anybody that's played the Greek part of the campaign of Age of Mythology. One of your companions that follows you around. I think you pick him up quite early on in the adventure, but I can't remember the name of the main character now. Ooh, answers on a postcard. What was the name of the main protagonist of the campaign of Age of Mythology? There you go. Who says this isn't interactive? A bit of audience participation. Let me do all the work. Good. See that you do. Get lost. Get stuffed. Everybody else, go home quick before my economy suffers. They're called the Frogs. So one of them's called the Frogs, the other one was called the Big Oxen, and one of them's called Ares' Sons. Kind of take themselves a bit seriously, don't they? Okay, lesson learned there. I have my grain stores far too close to the walls. Still better than attacking the wine stores, I guess. Right, this can't stand. Mount Pelion, you've just sealed your fate. Like, I didn't even know you existed before now. God, this is frustrating. Is there any quick button to just replace all the markers towards your palace? Well, I ought to know. I read the manual last night. Right, off you go. Employ special tactics. Oh, bronze. There we go. Lorian's gone off their phase again. Use defensive tactics. Use offensive tactics. Employ special tactics. I had no idea that tab was there. It's dismayed, but you know, stayed in the fight. Probably don't do that too often. Calling people out when there's no war on, because that affects your popularity. Would you believe the things I learned? So, lesson learned, I guess. Don't have granaries right next door, so I might stick them here instead. Fortunately, it wasn't my only granary. I had backup cheese, the best kind of cheese. And I guess it helps that I had some extra thick walls, although it didn't really buy that much time. And it didn't even go for the thinnest parts as well. Bloody centaurs. Who needs them? Got some things to say about centaurs. Actually, I haven't got anything to say about centaurs. They are reprobates. One and all. Look, I'll show them how to do an invasion as soon as I've recovered. It shouldn't take too long because I've got all of my everything. Right, who wants to give me some food? Olivia's dedicated, but they don't have any food to offer me. Knossos, wood. I'm trying to think of people that I can please easily. So I want to like request stuff off of them, but also offer them stuff. And I think I have some sculptures left over, don't I? No. I do have some armour though. Yeah, I've only got 2 shields, so should have thought twice before doing that. Tell you what, it's a good job I didn't do it while I went off marching to Sardis. God, this is a pain putting all these back. I wonder if there's a hotkey for it. Good, lovely. Right, that's rebuilding my food stocks. Turns out I could just wait for the tribute to come in. I'm not going to upset anybody. I always thought one of these buttons might do it. Okay, so what's the military situation now? Can I attack Mount Pelion? If I get... Oh, they love me anyway, they're dedicated. Although that's maybe overkill. I'll do it myself. What's the worst that could happen? There we go. The Persian Wars. The Bajingo version. No Persians have been harmed yet in these Persian wars. It's just been Greek on Greek violence. It's like, oh, that's not true. I have captured Delos. I mean, I'm fighting the Persians. I don't know about anybody else. So Lorian's now at strength 3. So if my strength 3 and if his strength 3 and my strength whatever attack Sardis' strength 5, that should do it. I'm not buying wine by any chance, am I? No, because what I'm now thinking is conquer Mount Pelion. They can give me bronze because Lorian's being iffy about it. They could also give me sculptures if I felt so inclined, but I don't feel so inclined. And armour. And I can sell them wine. Not the wine, well, it is wine I produce myself, but not the grapes I produce myself. Oh yeah. God, I'm doing badly for that this episode. Fortunately, I've still got one granary left. Thank you. So what's the... There are a lot of unemployed people. A few more wineries will go down well, I think. Since there seems to be flooding in grapes. Does anybody else want any wine? No, you sell the stuff. You also sell the stuff. You sell grapes. Anybody? You buy grapes, but... not interested in that. I'm trying to make a profit here.
Please let me fulfill an outstanding request.
Cheers. That didn't bode well, did it? Although he is very weak now. Can I produce my own army yet? No. That's a problem. I wonder if they devolved on the journey. I just melted away because I can't get the armour. Incidentally, why can't I get the armour? Where has all the armour gone?
Hey, could we hold some of the spinning, please? The spinning.
I sure I can't do anything. I can't buy it, I can't produce it. That's it! That's all that's left! The mad goats. I'm loath to speak your name, by Jingo, because there's a bad taste in my mouth. I, Chiron, of Mount Pelion, am extremely angry with you. There's no telling what I might do. Well, you know, you started it. Didn't even know you existed till you tried to invade me. Thank you. Well, if you've got some to give me, could you not just sell me to them? I'd eagerly buy the armour at this point. And why can't I make my own anyway? I can't build towers, I can't fashion my own armour. I feel deficient. Still, he's down to one shield now, so I guess that nullifies him as a threat. Wow, they ran out of armour straight away. Oh, because it went past this bit here. Yeah, that really took a battery.
If you find a good wife, you'll be happy. If not, you'll become a philosopher.
Should have brought Lorien on board. I mean, he's dedicated and he buys wheat, so I can make him happy again. Now that's a problem. Okay, I'm going to have to buy some fish and some carrots. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some wheat, but I'm just going to stockpile it because it's not for me. It's for Lorien. So don't accept wheat. Don't accept wheat. Don't accept wheat. And also stockpile wheat. So that's the plan. I'm going to make the food situation worse. But we have got food stored for 3 months. Hopefully that'll be time for the fish to come in. There we go. Oh, look at that, I've got 22,000 now. Well, what's the military situation like now? It's recovering. What have I started? It's a slightly smaller invasion than it was last time, but still. I'm going to fight to defend the city. Where's he coming from this time? Where the hell is that? Well, at least it's given me some breathing room. Morale's okay. It needs to be better than okay. We've got some fighting to do. Okay, everybody out. I feel like this is a bit of a side quest we're going on. But it should be worth it, because like I say, I'm trying to convince, I know I'm trying to convince myself, you or myself. Because it'll close off this front that has opened up out of pretty much nowhere. Like you all saw. Like this invasion came out of nowhere. I've not done anything to Mount Pelion, and then suddenly, up he comes, stabs me in the back. Fortunately, I've got 20% unemployment. Does that cover it if I set wages to high? It does actually. Right, I will deal with Mount Pelion. Once I get Mount Pelion out of the way, then I will turn to Sardis. I might even use Mount Pelion's troops to do so. But I'm going to invade, and this time I'm going to invade using Lorien. I mean, you're probably thinking, like, by Jingo, why are you spending so much time on the centaurs? They're not worth it. Leave them be. I mean, in a sense, you're right. They're not part of the mission goal, but they are a thorn in my side. I mean, it's not insurmountable. I could probably take that on with rabble. But I'd rather not have to worry about them. Also, it does look cool seeing everybody lined up like this. Right, come at me, bro. Actually, that's a pretty puny invasion, I'm not gonna lie. So that's the best they can muster. Also, do you notice the game didn't give me any warning again? It's just like, oh, by the way, you're being invaded right now. Best do something about it. Still, we're used to invading now. I mean, how many times did Knossos invade? I counted 8. Anybody else get a different figure than that when they... Oh, everyone's happy at least. Yes, because they've all got jobs and they're all well paid. I mean, somebody else might have got a different count if you're watching this and also not playing the game at the same time. So your mileage may vary. I counted 8 invasions from Knossos. Oh, doesn't that look grand? Use offensive tactics. Oh, it's all kicking off.
You call that an invasion? My grandmother could defeat that army.
Yeah, spirited argument, but I brought you did something. Yeah, you go for them, you bring them round the side there. There you go, bit of strategy. God, it's like us playing Rise of Nations or something. Got them surrounded. Nice. You know what? I say strike while the iron's hot. So while his forces are here, currently getting beaten back by me.
These foes aren't putting up much of a fight. We'll soon be victorious.
Good. You take that attitude. Take it to Mount Pelion. Maybe this is overkill. What's the point in having vassals if you're not going to get them to die for you? Come on, Lorien. We've got fighting to do. And then, after our little holiday off to, Centaur Land, that's pretty good, that. I don't know what special tactics the rabble have. Oh, that looks nice. That does. I like that. And that means it's pay cuts for everyone. Hooray! See, Olympia loves me. I don't know how Lorien feels about me. They're loyal. Tell you what, why don't you have some wheat? Put in the good books. I don't really have the means to be so gregarious, but ostentatious, spendthrift. Like, I don't produce nearly enough food as I should do. High unemployment is a problem. I've got 2 cures for that. Pay cuts and cheese. Can you imagine if this happened in real life? It's like, oh, unemployment's high, so what we're going to do is we're going to just halve wages, and that'll decrease supply. And everyone will be fine with it. I mean, I guess it is the laws of supply and demand, just writ large and ridiculous. But I'm damned if I'm letting these people unionise, the dairy farmers. Right, I can support 4,000 people, which is 1,000 more than that says I can support, but that's not taking into account the fact that I'm basically stockpiling my wheat to give to Lorien, and I've got my vassals giving me tribute. Lovely. Lorien is now still loyal. Like, they really don't like being called upon to fight. Let's be honest, I apparently needed it. Oh, what's the job situation? 19%! That's with normal wages. I mean, I could... There we go. Maybe that was a bit of overkill, but It certainly made me feel like a big man, and that's the important thing. Like, went out of my way to take on the centaurs. Victorious and Montpelier in their city, Chiron is ashamed. You know, you get what you deserve. They're paying bronze yearly, so that's cool. There you go, have 16 amphorae of wine, that'll calm you down. Get you drunk. And then they can sell you wine. Best place to have a trading post to him is actually over here. Pretty much where I've built that granary, in fact. I mean, surely it can't hurt if I move the roadblock up by one. One day it's going to be one too many. Take my wine and give me armor. A little bit. And give me bronze as well. Because Lorien just isn't reliable. I'm not buying sculptures from you. I mean, look at the price of those things. 640 drachma. There we go. Now isn't it better for everyone now you're under my control? There we go, he's loyal now. It didn't take much. It's just ply him with drink. Makes him docile enough. Probably in the meantime, Darius has made himself... Actually, he's quite respectful. See, everybody... The Persians like me. It's the fellow Greeks that don't. In fact, it's only Mount Pelion that doesn't. I'm calling it Pelion. It might be Pelion, for all I know. They buy a lot of wine. Useful to have on board, particularly when the proverbial hits the proverbial in the next episode. How many did they lose? I don't know, they came in a different direction. Done the full circuit. Where are they? Did any of them make it? Quite a few, actually. Well, Delos is pretty strong. They buy marble. I've not got any to spare. I guess I could stockpile the stuff that Odysseus is giving me. See, what I'm noticing is that Delos has got 3 shields. Lorien's got 3 shields. Between them, they would match Sardis. And then I would turn up on top and get the credit. Does everybody else get a debuff if I... Oh no, that's allies. You're a rival. You're a vassal. Philanthropic. You can come with me next time then. It looks like other vassals don't care that I used Lorien's troops to do my bidding. So if I attack Sardis with Lorien and Delos's troops and my own, that should be enough. But to be sure... Oh, that's expensive. I want to give wheat to Lorien first. I can deal with Delos not liking me, I guess. In fact, stockpile the marble. Oh yeah. You can accept some bronze. I'm not letting you get away with that again. Oh, that's a lot of cheese. That's good stuff. Again, it's just fish and cheese. No carbs. We don't do carbs in Athens. Full keto diet. Keto's Greek, isn't it? Well, the word sounds Greek.
Greetings. You will be thrilled when you see what I have to trade with you.
Yeah, no. Waste of time you turning up. I am drowning in wood. I didn't realise I was buying the stuff in. I just thought that was all coming from tribute. Right, just going to wait a little bit longer to get back up to strength and see if anything happens. It'd be quite nice if one of my vassals requested aid, I gave them aid, because that makes all my other vassals like me more. But, never mind. Lorien, I don't much care for your, well, I can't think of the word to say. It wasn't complimentary though, believe me. Believe me. It doesn't matter now, because now I've got Mount Pelion. Who's thriving now? He's loyal, he's loyal. I'm going to give you a large gift of wheat, because I really don't want to upset you. And can I give you marble now? Medium. A medium gift of marble. Now, get everybody on board, because what I don't want them is rebelling as soon as... Yes! Have all the wine that you want, because that, again, makes people happy. Wow! I've just really upset... Yeah, and using them for military strikes, don't do that too often. Like, he's loyal. It's a wide band, so I imagine that Mount Pelion's at the bottom end, what loyal counts. And Lorien's at the higher end of what loyal counts, but he's not crossed that threshold into dedicated. There we go. Oh, they're both... No, he's still loyal.
You can discover more
Although he hasn't got my gift of wheat yet, has he? Maybe that might change his mind. There we go. It took a long time. How come it got to... They were able to get to there quicker than they were able to get to there. But I know it's a land route, but it's a lot closer. Right. Still loyal. Okay, that's long enough. I think my military is as recovered as it's going to be. My front's secured. Sparta's respectful, but looking quite menacing. I could take them on. I've taken them on before. So we'll conquer Sardis. But first, I need to raise my triremes. That was hefty. Blimey. Yeah, that was more than I was anticipating, I'm not gonna lie. There we go, Lorien's dedicated now. I've got 3 triremes, they're all ready to go. Let's get at it. I want Lorien and I want Delos. Not just because it's got 3 shields, but also there's a certain irony in him that I'm using his own vassal against him. And that... Oh, I can only call 1. Well, alright, Delos. It's Delos. It's your turn to shine. Cool. I mean, little graphics like that, I'm happy with that. Works for me. Also, what the hell is an Erythea? It's just there. It's like Teernum in the Thebes episode. It doesn't do anything. It's just a giant mushroom at the bottom of the onion at the bottom of the map. You couldn't see me then, but I was doing like a bulbous shape with the hands when I said onion then. That's where all the wheat is. Right. Delos did not like that. They really don't like being called upon to serve their liege, do they? Well, let's see how that gets on. I hope it works, because I don't think there's much more I can do in this scenario now. Everything's tickety-boo. Flooded with wine, I've invaded Mount Therion. Lorien sells more or less bronze. Oh, it sells more bronze now. Don't care. I've got Mount Pelion now. Far more reliable than you. Ooh. What's it gonna be? Come on, game. Don't keep me waiting. I can't have dead air. I've got to keep talking, but I also want to raise suspense, but I don't know how long it's going to be. No. There's a lot of fighting going on. Must be pretty exciting stuff, but nice to see what's going on. Oh, come on. Bad news by Jingo, our army has been defeated at the Persian city of Sardis. Its ruler Darius has thwarted our goal of crushing them under our sandal. Still, we've knocked them down a peg or two, look at that. Lorien, I hope you're all limbered up, because I'm ready for round 2 when we get back. Also, Mount Pelion, I might need some armour. Nice. Nice. Everybody paid up. Actually, I'm fine for armour. So I can recover quick enough. Whee! That's heavy, man. I think all the armour disappeared from that battle, so I don't know. Did anybody survive? There were no survivors. I lost a trireme. Oh wow! I lost 2 triremes there. You miserable wretches. Actually, he didn't do a bad job. I'm sure to attack him before he recovers. He's down to 2. But he's now hostile. So he'll probably try to invade. His rival has hated you for quite a while. No, he hasn't. Like 3 months ago, he was respectful. Like this this Persian Empire likes me. This one doesn't. See, he likes I'm attacking rivals. So that means as the game goes on, like your rivals actually become quite docile as you pick them all off one by one. Mangled hull. Ooh. I'm loath to speak your name, by Jingo, because it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I, Darius of Sardis, am extremely angry with you. There's no telling what I might do. What was I do? Oh, he's going to invade now, isn't he? Well, it's nothing another trireme couldn't fix, I'm sure. Yeah, it looks a bit tenuous, but I mean, I could just invest in another maintenance man. I feel like I ought to invade the Persians before they invade me. Because you know they will do. Also, will this chap hurry up and get some armour? Incidentally, where have all my stocks of armour gone? If I give Mount Pelion some wine, I might ask him for some armour. Wine for armour sounds like good stuff. What could possibly go wrong? Short by 150 workers. Wow, what's happened to you? Where's my olive oil gone? Olympia, old buddy old pal, you're feeling philanthropic. Why don't you give me some olive oil? Actually, all told, the damage doesn't look that bad. I can afford for one of them to run out of... Look, you've got some olive oil, don't go. Right, Mount Pelion's grateful for wine. He's dedicated. He's so dedicated he's going to give me some armour. Right? And we're almost back up to strength. Oh, come on, Delos, it wasn't that bad. Why don't you have a medium gift of marble? That'll make you happy. Or I'll invade you too. I've done it before. You just see that I don't. Thank you. Crikey, Olympia was generous there. Giving me all sorts of things. Although I am worried about the olive oil situation. He's still philanthropic, but I've got a feeling... Yeah, it upsets me other vassals if I do that. Although Lorien's still dedicated. Well, Lorien, you better believe you're next. As soon as I can get these people upgraded. But I bet they're praying that the day never comes. But the day's coming. I mean, I'm buying so much armour. I'm begging, borrowing, and stealing armour as I can find it. You can steal goods in this game. You could theoretically send a raiding party over to, oh, I don't know, Sparta, for instance. I don't know what it does, but it's I've never used it before. I guess it's like conquering a city, but you don't need quite so many troops. But nobody to raid because everybody's either a vassal or doesn't do anything for me. Alright, this olive oil situation's making me nervous. So we just need these people to upgrade nice and quick. Then we can be on our way again. And by on our way, I mean back to Sardis. Thank you. Loyal enough. Delos is insubordinate enough. I've got a feeling that Lorien's going to go the same way. The marble's still not arrived yet to Delos. I hope it qualms him. That's going to be a problem. You don't send too many gifts too often because each subsequent gift lessens the effect of the previous one if you send them too quick. So I could wait a while and send them a large chunk of cash. That usually goes down well. Oh, a warning would be nice. Like invasion warnings? Yeah, that'd be nice. Fortunately, I know what these people are like. What I might do is I might buy some marble from Odysseus. Because all of this, like, taking it by force is not doing my diplomatic overture any good. Now, where did I put my trading station? Seriously, where is it? Full house. Not that one. Come on, game, I just want to import some marble. Perhaps you could stop selling it first. Yes, I know, but can you tell me where the trade station is? Never had this problem with Pharaoh. You just clicked a button. I can't remember where I put on my trade station. Oh, what was that? Oh, nothing. I thought it was about the impending invasion that the game's deciding not to tell me about. Whew, that's hefty. You know what, screw it, I've got lots of money. Off you go. Particularly if it gets in the way of me attacking you. We've got 4 triremes now, and I'm going to take Lorien along for the ride. Because, you know, if at first you don't succeed, and it's only 2 shields now, so if something similar took it down from 5 shields to 2, then something slightly larger ought to finish the job. Oh, and Lorien doesn't like me. Delos is unsubordinate. Lorien can have a nice big bushel of wheat. Delos can have some armor when some marble when I find out how to buy this stuff. I mean, am I being thick?
More solid buildings. Archimedes would be proud.
I just don't see it. It's always possible that I'm being thick. Can't rule that out. I mean, yes, I could have fought off the Persians and it would have been a proper, like, Persian conflict and this, that and the other, but I wanted to invade them and I didn't want to damage my troops in doing so. Right, so I think each house provides 2 hoplites. Right, and the fact that they got wiped out while invading, all the armour suddenly disappeared. You all saw it, it all disappeared. So I think that's how you manage a military in this game. But like I say, it's one of those things that nobody will ever understand. Like the changing of the seasons and the tides of the sea. Also, how flush with cash am I? The fact I was able to spend 4,000 fending off an army and not batter an eyelid. Right. I definitely can't build one, so it must exist somewhere. Oh wait, it's a pier, isn't it? Told you I was being thick. Looking at, for some reason I thought that Odysseus, that was the land route. Odysseus who's loyal, insubordinate, bitter. We've got this. I can bring my allies on side. I don't know quite where a storm marble up there by the looks of it. There we go. So when was the last time I sent him a gift? Quite recently. October. So I'll wait until... I might wait a couple of months. It'll take a couple of months to get the marble together, right? I feel like that's sort of like, oh, is it too early to call? Should I call them? Well, it's like after a first date, it's like, is it too soon to call? I don't want to appear desperate, but I don't want to appear standoffish. Should I send some marble or should I not send some marble? I don't want them to think I'm easy. I'm not easy, I'm Titan. That's the difficulty level anyway. Oof.
Please let me fulfill an outstanding request.
That's probably paid for itself right about now. It's a shame I couldn't built it in the first episode. Yeah, it's an episode of an adventure. Anyway, here's another bit of audience participation. Name your Titans. You got Prometheus, and what else shall I give you? Sisyphus. And Prometheus, of course, stole fire for the humans, and then he did something else that actually caused them to... Oh, there we go! Never mind about that, we've won.
Delos is once again a Greek city, and you have even brought Sardis under your control. But Darius would not allow one of his most important cities to remain a subject to you, and has snatched the city back.
What?
Darius is so incensed at your actions that he has instructed his servant under penalty of death to repeat the words,
Master, remember the Athenians.
3 times every time the king sits down for a meal. You will certainly meet Darius again, and the oracle has enigmatically advised you to trust in a wall of wood.
Oh.
Turning back the Persians brought most of Greece together, yet Sparta and Corinth remain aloof, and have even declared themselves Athens' rivals.
I mean, you can't help some people, can you? Well, I thought that was pretty good. We've sorted out the sort of delos, we restructured the housing, we sorted out the centaurs, we went on a little detour to northern Greece into what looked like Macedonia. And anyway, that's smashing stuff, and I will see you here, I think, for next time. I'll have to find out where it is. Oh no, we're going to be somewhere else. Where are we going to be? This lonely, isolated land is blessed with plentiful wood, bronze, and marble. Amphipolis. I don't need to worry about bronze now after conquering the centaurs. Still, I don't get a choice in the matter, so I'm off to Amphipolis next time, and I will see you there.